Show presents the AEW Collision Ring Report. Give you a highlight, recap of tonight's show. Coming up here on the Ring Report, we talk about what's going on in all elite wrestling on Saturday Night Live Fight. And you see right here, all these matches that's coming your way. Coming up here, Jay White, the number one contender for the AEW World title, in full gear. In action, he's going to take on the highly sensational AR Fox. AR Fox is a high flyer that knows everything. He's right unappreciative, but underrated over his talent. We'll get to AR Fox and Jay White, their matchup coming up. Speaking of that, former AEW Tag Team Champion Darks Harwood has some scores to settle with current Tag Team Champion Ricky Starks. These two battle out one-on-one. We'll have that coming up as well. Also, too, the House of Black returns to AEW. What part did the House of Black return tonight? This ominous dark group, they're back, and they're back on the mission. We'll see what the House of Black is going to come up. And speaking of record setting, tonight, main event, the AEW World title on line. MJF versus Kenny Omega for the AEW title without a physical belt. We'll get to it coming up. And two, speaking of championships, the women's title is on line. As Hiroshi, the record-setting three-time women's champion, takes on Abaddon. All this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Collision Ring Report. We'll start right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kenny Dixon. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and spin. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in that conversation. Like I said, we're live. We're just watching Collision here, and what a collision it was tonight. It was a decent show. I think the main event really proved to be the match of the night when you look at it from a main event standpoint, and you can tell on Collision and stuff. So Collision was that. So we ain't gonna waste your time whatsoever. We're gonna jump start in the head, and then we'll have hot topics coming up, wrestling hot topics. We're going to talk about this. The baddest woman on the planet, former WWE Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey, may have revealed where she might be heading sooner than you expect. So we'll get that coming up. All right, we'll get things started with this. The AEW Ring Report, the Collision Ring Report. As you see right here. Jay White, number one contender for the AEW title. Jay White went against AR Fox. Jay White, AR Fox went one-on-one. Jay White more of a brawler. AR Fox is more of a high flyer. AR Fox, like I said, AR Fox knows a thing or two about flying and stuff in the ring. AR Fox tried to do that tonight. You see right here, this is recap of what went down tonight between AR Fox and Jay White. Jay White with his Bang Bang Club. Jay White taking it to AR Fox and stuff. And this is what had went down. AR Fox did do some high flying moves, high flying arsenals in there. And you see, this is some within the match and stuff. Jay White and AR Fox. But AR Fox did put up a fight, but wasn't meant to be. Jay White won the match with his kill switch, and he did a phenomenal kill switch tonight. So Jay White, looking forward to his match that he's going to be settling in sooner rather than later. Look for Jay White probably trying to get some retribution down the road. One thing about Jay White knows a thing or two of what went down. So it was only telling on what's going to go down, and we're going to see that happening. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Speaking of that,
Another match that many people are talking about, raving about. Hiroshita took it on Abaddon in a Fright Night fight for the AEW Women's title. Well, Hiroshita came out there dressed to the nines tonight. Hiroshita dressed up tonight, and she dressed up as a character. I don't know. Many of you might be aware what the character might be and stuff. If you do know, let us know who she was trying to dress as and stuff. So we can kind of go from there. But Hiroshita tried to get a win. And she did get the win. As you see right here. Hiroshita defeated Abaddon. Abaddon had to go through a lot of women tonight for a Fright Night match. Abaddon had to go through so many women. This was from last night's Rampage right here. Abaddon went through 4 women throughout the match. Abaddon dressed as a pumpkin, I guess. Went against Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue. So a lot of them vying for an opportunity for the AEW Women's World Title. Anna Jay, the lovely Anna Jay, was at ringside as well. Anna Jay wanted to put her 2 cents in. She couldn't get the job done. Sky Blue dressed as Scooby Doo. So we saw that tonight as well. And Abaddon dressed as a pumpkin. So we saw that tonight as well. So a lot happening tonight here on All Elite Wrestling. She dressed as the Scooby Doo bus, I guess. Abaddon and Willow Nightingale and stuff. Well, Abaddon lost the match, and Abaddon didn't get the win. That's got to show you and got to tell you that we what does that leave for some of these women that lost that match? Well, they probably got regulated to a backstage segment with TBS champion Chris Stanlander. Chris Stanlander came out there to put it out there. I guess Willow and Sky Blue going to be vying for a spot against Chris Stanlander. We'll see, but we know way in the wings for the AEW Women's Champion is timeless Tony Storm. Tony Storm has said herself she is timeless, and she's looking to cash in and bank on being the next starlet to win the AEW Women's Championship from Hiroshita. So Hiroshita better watch her back. Tell you that right now. Hiroshita's got her work cut out for her coming up. Speaking of that, another match we saw the House of Black. The House of Black returned. The House of Black back in the fray. Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King. We said that the House of Black are the most dominant, vicious group that you ever know. Got an idea of what's going on, but the House of Black returned to cause chaos and reign supreme. Their next feud might be with House Hombre and stuff. Lucha's group, they returned to help aid the tag team champions, the former tag team champions, FTR. And FTR was kind of a little stunned on what was going on and stuff. But I guess House of Black probably is going to be probably a huge 10-man tag team match. The House of Black tag team champion Starks and Big Bill. Is he Roosh and his group helping out La Familia, helping out FTR. We'll see how that's going to go eventually. See how that's going to be so far. Well, Claudio, Daniel Bryan's teammate from the Blackpool Combat Club, gave us a bit of an update. We saw some more. Joe was in action as well. Joe was in action. Joe, we'll tell you a little bit what Joe had said. Well, we can tell you now. Joe had tried to give MJF advice and protection, saying, "Hey, you need me. I can protect you from everyone's coming at you, the Warlords, the Powerhouse Hobbs." MJF has a target on his back, and that target could be coming down his back nearly and truly. Everyone's coming at it, but you got to wonder about Joe. Do Joe want a shot at MJF down the road? Like he did get a shot, but he was unsuccessful in winning the world title. We'll talk about that later. Claudio came on the screen. Claudio um, talked about um, he talked about Daniel Bryan's condition. We saw Daniel Bryan was in action against with Claudio against Orange Cassidy and Okada. He said Claudio said that Okada and them broke Daniel Bryan's orbital bone, his face bone. Daniel Bryan probably be wearing a face mask soon if he's going to wrestle. So we could be seeing that on what's going on with that. And it was a lot more segments and stuff that was on dead on arrival to me. Like it really, really didn't add up to me. Like QT Marshall got an interview segment. It was wondering what he been all throughout. He made an appearance about saying that he's been in Mexico, and then I guess it really didn't make no difference when it came to it, but really don't care how that's gonna go. All right, we saw this right here. This is the main event of the evening right here. MJF, the devil, taking on Ken Omega, the cleaner. MJF taking on Ken Omega for the AEW title. Which one of these two men going to be leaving tonight? But MJF didn't tangibly have his top championship as it's been currently held uphold by Jay White. Jay White holding the belt and stole MJF's belt. I don't know why. It don't To me, it really didn't make no sense of why you're gonna have a world title match without a physical belt. You know, you got to think logical. With the logic thing, they might be saying like, "Hey, Jay White holding up the belt, but MJF tried to get the belt back, which they did earlier. But MJF should have been holding the belt. It should have been. It was prestige. It was a good match, but it just missed the belt, and they were trying to make it seem like he don't need the belt when he could. Those really don't make no sense. It kind of it's not that. It's just the tangible of it, having the physical belt. But it was lot of stakes on the line tonight as Omega's longest reigning streak as the longest reigning AEW champion was online against MJF, who is the youngest and could be possibly could surpass Ken Omega's reign, and Ken Omega will be the second longest reign who hold the AEW title. This match, like I said, was a good one. Um, it held its own. It held its standards tonight on what things was going to be. And we saw it right here. MJF versus Ken Omega, first time ever match. It held its own, but it was a lot of shenanigans going on. We saw that Don Callis tried to want to cause Ken Omega not win with the winning the belt. Don Callis tried to persuade Ken Omega on not winning. And we told you earlier that Samoa Joe tried to get involved. Joe tried to say that, hey, you don't need, hey, I can be your protection. I can be your ears, your ears. And I think MJF wasn't hearing that. MJF going by what he has to do. MJF and Ken Omega put out different near falls after near falls, even to the point that they was close to Omega was close to winning. But at the end, MJF used the heat seeker and everything he got, and he defeated Ken Omega to retain the AEW title without having the belt with him to retain. But I guess it was an instant wrestling classic. You tell right here, this is a mutual level of respect and sportsmanship and stuff. It kind of broke it down to what went down tonight. And I think MJF and showed that he could be a babyface. He got the crowd rally behind him. But he still got the heel tendencies. I still think he's a tweener, but Kenny Omega might not. MJF might not think so. But it came out perfect. Um, Good wrestling match. Good wrestling match. But we will have to wait and see what's next for Kenny Omega. We know he's still ongoing feud with Don Callis. And we saw that Don Callis played a major role tonight trying to prevent Kenny Omega to win the AEW title and stop MJF from leaving without a title and keeping his record intact. And I guess a lot of people are targeting MJF. MJF is being the target, has a target around his back. Warlow's coming for him. Powerhouse Hobbs coming for him. Samoa Joe. Even the Bullet Club Go team of Jay White and his cronies are going for him. And there's a lot going on. I think we're going to be seeing what's going to go down eventually between MJF and company. All right, that is the AEW Collision Ring Report. We're going to move forward right quickly to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics right here, we're going to talk about this. The longest reigning champion. She was the former WWE Women's Champion. Ronda Rousey made an appearance at Wrestling Revolver. Ronda Rousey will be coming to Pride post her WWE activities. Last time we didn't see Ronda Rousey was at SummerSlam, and now we know that Ronda Rousey will be coming to Pro Wrestling Revolt, and they think they're gonna get a bigger pop with Ronda Rousey on Fight. So Ronda Rousey right here coming. So we'll see the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey, makes her appearance soon. It's kind of unreal to see. I'm like, Ronda Rousey working the indie show. Maybe she wants to do that and got a lot of money, so it really don't make no difference to her. That's Ronda Rousey. Speaking of that, we're hearing reports right here that Alexander Hammerstone has requested his release from MLW. Fightful Selects have reported details on what they're thinking. I think, like a lot of people are saying, MLW is not paying which they should be paying. They're on supposed to get TV deals and stuff. Hammerstone, one of your biggest stars, you would at least put him in some picture or something, or make him some money or something. I don't blame Hammerstone. You got to go. If you're not getting paid, just leave. But they say cash versus credit. You want to leave while you can. They say MLW is notorious for not letting their wrestlers go, but at this point, you probably had to break it or something, which you had to do. But I could see Hammerstone coming to the WWE or AEW, probably reunite with MJF. Hammerstone and MJF have history as being the dynasty. I mean, you may recall, but who knows? We have to wait and see. Well, we know this, that the NWA promoted some event tonight. Samin or something. If I get it messed up, botched up, my fault, my mistake. It'll be headlined by EC3. I'm not surprised why no one ain't signed EC3. I think they said AEW was going to sign him, but a lot of stuff about him and the Velveteen Dream came out. But we know that EC3 will take on Brown or Tom Lattimore in the main event tonight. We told you this past week that the NWA had signed a deal with the CW network, so it's kind of a good deal right now. But hey, even to the point that Billy Corgan, this is pictures of the NWA right here tonight. They doing some decent lighting, but they got to work on building it up. Billy Corgan got all the money in the world. I guess he's trying to be conservative. He don't want to spend some of the money that he wants to spend. So I understand, but you still got to spend more if you want to compete. You want to be the third largest promotion, you have to compete. So hopefully Billy Corgan will spend a little bit more on his production, a little bit more. But
we'll see. He's a rock artist. Yeah, I know how rock production works, but you know how they go. Also, too, right here, RVD been latest videos of RVD his debut in AEW. RVD becoming the RVD Mr. Whole show. His views have been doing good on YouTube. So RVD here. And we thank you all for watching. We thank you for watching here. So thank you for it once again. Plus too, Anthony Gogo revealed to the AEW crowd that he's gonna retire from boxing and focus more on wrestling. Anthony Gogo wants to focus more on wrestling than boxing. We'll see if Anthony Gogo give it a shot, but this is his chance, so we will just have to wait and see on that. So, I guess that's going to end that for the Pro Wrestling Show. Presents the AEW Collision Ring Report. As you see right here, MJF makes history tonight. MJF now becomes the longest reigning and youngest AEW champion in the history of that company. He defeated the current longest reigning champion, Ken Omega. Ken Omega will fall down to number 2 as MJF will be climbing to number 3, putting over MJF. MJF becoming the face of AEW. Almost been champion for almost a year, 1 year, a full year. MJF has done it. MJF continues on his momentum. He continues that momentum going. We'll just have to wait and see. So, we want to thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show throughout all this week, from the Raw Ring Report to the NXT, the Dynamite, the SmackDown, and now Collision. All 5 ring reports this week. We thank you all. We will see you again next week. We're going to do this again next week. So, for me being Kenny Dixon, y'all have a great and safe weekend, and I'll see you later.